Hi there, my name is Przemek and this is a bit delayed news video, a bit delayed because of my vacation trip, and apparently there simply cannot be a news video without Cryo Chamber mention, as Simon Heath tirelessly provides us new dark ambient stuff, and this time this is a Council of Nine new album called The People's Temple, and this is the third album by this project focusing on the dark side of mass followings and cults. The first one, Exit Earth, was was about Heaven's Gate cult. The second, Davidian, was about Branch Davidians, led by David Koresh. By the way, I recommend a very good TV show called Waco. It's about the siege of Branch Davidian residence on Mount Carmel near Waco, Texas. And the third one, this new one, People's Temple, is about Jim Jones' People's Temple, a cult whose members committed a mass suicide in 1978 in Jonestown, the settlement Jones founded in Guyana. So actually this is a topic pretty close to my personal interests. The second Cryo Chamber new offering is The Lost Loops by Mount Shrine, and it compiles all currently known underground albums, singles and EPs produced by Mount Shrine from Brazil, all remastered, 4 hours of warm and rainy drones, as the label says. So basically it's everything a part of the albums already released by Cryo Chamber by this project, and I think it can be considered as a closure and a farewell to Mount Shrine, one of my favorite projects in Cryo Chamber catalog. Truly amazing project whose music, we'll never hear anything new from it, as its mastermind Cesar Alexandre has passed away in 2021. There's a new release from Consoling Sounds label. It's from a Belgian band TAC. I'll just read the press note. TAC found its origin back in 2015 when the Black Heart Rebellion invited Annelies van Dinter as guest musician on the record People When You See the Smoke. Common love for doom and gloom, together with the raw approach of music that wrenches the soul, makes them write new music together. Inspired by the likes of Swans, Low or Woven Hand, they challenge themselves to focus on pure intensity, not shunning the experiment and questioning what truly moves them in life. Okay. Also, Old Europa Cafe has announced a couple of new releases, which will be out in June. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 new releases, mostly, not mostly, solely noisy stuff. The first one is Grey Wolves Wertham and Survival Instinct, Ram Raiding the Abyss, and it's a re-edition of the vinyl which was out on Old Europa Cafe in 2013. It will be released this time on CD, and it also includes the 4 tracks of the very limited cassette that was part of the special edition. The second one, once again re-release, and once again from Grey Wolves. This time it's collaboration with Shock City called Blood and Sand. It was originally released as a limited tape edition in 1990 on Old Europa and Grey Wolves label Strength Through Awareness. And this one will be completely remixed, stereo version of the original tape release. And as they say, these are 2 long tracks bringing back memories to what the Gulf War was like. Burning oil wells, helicopters, long lines of burning vehicles, masks to protect from smoke and sand, Air Bombings, Operation Desert Storm, Blood and Sand. The third one is once again re-release, this time Your Eyes on My Hands, collaboration between Richard Ramirez and Atrax Morgue. This is the reissue of the cassette tape dated 1997 and released under Richard Ramirez Deadline Recordings label. Originally it was intended as a split release between Ramirez and Marco Corbelli, but it evolved into a collaboration, and this long out of print tape was released in limited quantities of only 35 copies in 2020, and the suggestion of Richard Ramirez in making this 2-decade old noisy masterpiece available again. 4 tracks have been fully remastered and given a new life, re-releasing it into LP in addition of 240. There will be a few new tracks and a new artwork. I read from the from their Instagram, Old Europa Cafe Instagram. Sorry for that. The fourth one is Jonathan Kennedy, Suffering and Defiance. Jonathan Kennedy is known from Deathpile and several other projects. This album is under his own name, and as Jonathan says, the album is all instrumental, heavy analog electronics inspired by albums like Sickness Report by Atrax Morgue and Menses by Maurizio Bianchi. If you're Italian, correct me, because I don't know if it's Bianchi or Bianchi. Aseptic and chirurgical sounds in best old school industrial power electronics tradition by one of the US masters in the genre. First tracks. This is not important. And the last one from Old Europa Cafe, Stratum Terror, Love Me Tender or I Will Cause Pain. The Swedish doom ambient industrial noise project Stratum Terror consists of doom metal guru Tobias Larsson and dark ambient master Peter Andersson. This is the Andersson from Raison d'Etre. This album is filled with 7 oppressive and depressive weird obscurities to ease or cause your pain depending on your inclinations. Massive layers of corrosive darkness with occasional injections of ominous noise sounds and claustrophobic vocals makes this an utterly end-of-life experience. Its project's first release in 15 years. Was it worth waiting? We'll see. I think so, to be honest. There are also 2 new releases from Somber Sonics label from United Kingdom. The first one is Druha Smrt the Sun. It's the 11th album from Druha Smrt, dark ritual project from Czechia. And the second one from Somber Sonics is the 5th installment of Split Frequencies series. It's a series of 1 long track splits of the artists related with the label. By the way, on the Split Frequencies Volume 1, I had the pleasure to share the track by as Embers Below Zero. It was called Concrete Elemental, and this is the one you hear in the background. On this 5th one we have Babalit from Portugal and Caesar from United Kingdom. Also, Cyclic Glow is preparing something new for the listeners. It's a new offering from Shibalba. Dreams is Out World of Experience. Shibalba is a Greek it's a Greek dark ritual project which, if you ask me, you should definitely see live. I had the opportunity to see their show, or rather ritual, in Athens a few years ago, and it was truly engaging and being really something more than just a music concert. It was a kind of spiritual experience. The second one from Cyclic Glow is a Sutek Hexen and Funerary Call collaboration called Prism. It's an American-Canadian collaboration, which is a promise of an oppressive black ritual ambient, and it's good to see that Funeral Recall is still active, as we haven't heard from Harlow McFarlane since 2015, I think. Both albums will be released on 14th of July on CD and vinyl. A few words about festivals, which will be in the second half of this year and the first half of 2024. Porta Nigra in Belgium, Aarschot is the name of the town where it will be. This festival will take place. You will see there Of the Wand of the Moon, Rome, Apoptos, and Witch of Non. Also in Wrocław Industrial Festival organizers have announced a few first artists. This will be Cult of Youth, Dave Phillips, FM Einheit, Grimm, Harmony of Struggle, Hiroshima Band, Puce Mary, Teddy's, Ty Paul Sandra, Triode, The Rorschach Garden, Von Sexundachzig, and Zero Kama, and still 10 more to be announced. And Wrocław Industrial Festival this year will take place in between the 2nd and the 5th of November. And a few words about a very interesting festival in 2024, NWN Hospital Fest Volume 1. It will take place in Osaka, Japan, so there's no way I'll be there. But it will be a 2 days festival, and I assume there will be two sets, black metal and electronic. In both, Becherit from Finland will appear with black metal and in one day, and electronic set with on the second day. And apart from that, we have also I see Japanese black metal legends like Abigail or Sabbath, and also some power electronic noise artists like Genocide Organ, Masona, Linecraft, Prurient, because Hospital is Prurient's Dominic Ferno label. April the 6th, April the 2nd, Osaka, Japan. If you have the opportunity to go there, I think it will be worth it. Okay, and the last thing is a metal segment. I think I do a tradition out of this. So one metal album I currently listen to. This time it's Perillax Occlusion, Vapor Chamber, released by Debemur Morty. It's a compilation of earlier songs by the band, plus 2 unlimited tracks, plus a cover of System of a Down song. And while the cover the picture, not the cover of the song, the cover may suggest technical death metal in the vein of I don't know, Pestilence or Nocturnus. In fact, it's a brutal riff-based piece of rotten meat. Usually I don't listen to this kind of music, but it's like appeared in a perfect moment when I really felt like raw and primal death metal, and this one just fulfilled my needs. Okay, I think that would be it. Sorry, it was a bit chaotic, but I'm a bit out of tune these days. If you have any news you would like me to share them with people, just send them to sangre.magazine@gmail.com. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.